Just a quick one, guys. We've released our January merch drop, so do browse the new collection. We've got the Mr. Blue Nose tees, along with our Stauncho Meter tees. Do, as I said, browse the collection by going down into the link in the description, or going to rfcclothing.com. Anyway, let's get into today's video.
And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Sunday, a beautiful, beautiful Sunday, guys, as Rangers, of course, did win yesterday against Livingston 3-0 at Ibrox, but also we seen the other side of the city drop points. And this, of course, is follow my video, obviously after our January transfer window sort of roundup, if you like, if Rangers had done enough. I also spoke in depth that the other side of the city are not happy. You know, the banners have been out. We're probably about a game away from the Sharks being out at Celtic Park. But as stated, guys, I do believe that Rangers are in the ascendancy at this moment in time with regards to winning the January transfer window. I did state that he who wins the January transfer window out of the two clubs would go on and win the league title, and that's proving pretty crucial right now. Yes, it's one game after the January transfer window. However, their last game before Aberdeen, they were pretty poor, even though they won the game, and probably deserved to lose yesterday against Aberdeen, but it's all laying bare as to what's going on. They've got a decent run, or a hard run of games now. They've got Easter Road, of course. I don't think Brendan Rodgers ever won there, so another difficult away ground to go there also. I just starting to see that the wheels are falling off, and they don't actually have enough quality actually to go head to head with Rangers and win this title. It's kind of all showing at this moment in time. But look, enough about them. Don't worry, I'll do a specialized meltdown video for that, because I know a lot of the channel subscribers love that. So we'll get some tears of it later on in probably today's second part of the video. But as stated, Rangers, more importantly, we ought to focus on our garden in the title race. And so many times in recent years, whether over just be over the 4 or 5 years, whenever Celtic have choked, we've never really had that mentality to go and collect the points and do ourselves justice. But we have done that yesterday, and of course with one game in hand and with 3 points behind Celtic. So winning our game in hand, we would go level on points. At the moment, of course, we'd still say second due to goal difference. But as stated, I don't think this is the end for Celtic to be dropping points. I do think that it's going to get worse for them. But we just need to focus on our own garden. But delighted to see Fabio Silva get a goal. Good to see Rabbi Matondo yesterday get a goal. And of course, Todd Cantwell get a goal. But Rangers, very, very impressive. And again, a nice, comfortable home win against Livingston. And we just move on to the next one. But absolutely delighted for Fabio. And maybe showed and proved a lot of supporters that he could be the striker, he could be the man to get goals for Rangers, despite a lot of fans not happy after the January transfer window that we didn't get a quote-unquote out-and-out striker, but certainly did himself a favour there, scoring a goal in that start against Livy. But on to the next one now for Rangers, and we just keep an eye on our own garden, we just keep on winning and just winning and winning and winning and winning, and that's what we've got to do. Obviously, following in that game, of course, Leon Balogun picked up an injury, and apparently it doesn't look good at this moment in time, which, of course, is a bit of a blow. I do think we've got a lot of strength and depth at this moment in time in terms of the defensive positions, but I do think, surprisingly enough, Leon Balogun's probably been one of our better centre-backs, and I do prefer that centre-back partnership between Balogun and Goldson over sort of suituring Goldson or Davies and Goldson. I do think Balogun's actually come on to it, and it's probably showed to us that he's our second best centre-back at the football club. So a big blow, of course, that we're going to be missing him. Now, parking up yesterday's game and all the sort of troubles that, well, not troubles, all the delightful tears that happened with Celtic dropping points to Aberdeen, there is actually some transfer news. Yes, I know we're in February, but there is, and I'll get to it momentarily. Of course, after the January transfer window, a lot was with regards to who could be leaving. And towards the latter end of the January transfer window, we spoke about Jose Cifuentes. Now, Jose Cifuentes' situation is that there was an initial offer from Rizespor out in Turkey. However, the player decided not to take up that option. However, Fabrizio Romano has today confirmed that Jose Cifuentes is close to agreeing a loan move to Brazilian side Cruzeiro. This is what he had to say. Cruzeiro have reached a verbal agreement to sign Jose Cifuentes from Rangers on loan. Cifuentes picked up the Cruzeiro project over 2 proposals in Europe, as he wants to be a regular starter preparing for the Copa America. He said, deal almost done, to be signed soon. Now, a lot of you may be going, Dan, the January window is closed. Yes, it is closed for European sides. However, Brazilian sides, I think it's still open till March the 7th. Their season hasn't quite started just yet. That starts a bit later on. They kind of do the annual thing where they finish in December and then go again in March or in February or whatever it is. However, Jose Cifuentes, that deal will still go over. You can still sell players beyond the window. You just can't buy players. And as I stated, he's going to be joining them on loan. Currently, I'm unaware if there's an option to buy in there, but with the Riser Sport deal, it was said to be around £2 million, where the Rangers have got the same sort of deal in place for the Brazilian side. Remains to be seen, but Jose Cifuentes is going to be going out of the door in a bit of late transfer news. So yeah, that's coming from Fabrizio Romano today. That deal is almost done after a verbal agreement has been put in place. An interesting one, of course. I have been expecting him to go, but very, very interesting that it's never really worked out. Him and Danilo probably were the ones that I was probably getting most excited about throughout the summer transfer window about joining us. I felt that he had all the attributes to maybe succeed, but as we've seen a couple of times now, I know people keep harping back onto me and saying that American players do work. Look at the noughties with Edu and all the rest of it. But what I'm stating is recently the MLS players haven't really worked. I know we've only signed 3, but I know you can't rubbish everybody. But you know, a lot of these players had such high ceilings and were best players in the division. Cifuentes was certainly one of them. James Sands was another, and Matt Polster was a hot prospect, but as stated, hasn't really worked out for us, and I don't think the MLS is actually that good. When you're looking at sort of Morgan, who couldn't get into the team at sort of Celtic, becoming one of the better players in the MLS, probably shows you all you need to know, really. So I probably wouldn't be looking at that market anymore. And as I said, I don't think under Niels Koopman we are going to be exploring that market. But yeah, kind of gutted it doesn't work out for Jose Cifuentes. But the fact that we can potentially make a profit on this deal is very, very good to hear. And I wish him all the best. But yeah, sometimes just doesn't work. And as you can see, Philippe Clement's on a mission to get rid of Deadwood or get rid of players that aren't going to make it at this football club. And he's kind of cleared out 2 out the door with Sam Lammers and Jose Cifuentes, and could potentially turn a profit on one of those players, which is always a good thing to hear. But yeah, Jose Cifuentes is going to be leaving the football club imminently, according to Fabrizio Romano. So there you go, Rangers fans. That really does bring us to the end of today's video. Do let me know your thoughts on the game yesterday, the win yesterday, and let me know your thoughts on Jose Cifuentes making a late departure on loan to Brazilian side Cruzeiro down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Remember, we do have Rangers t-shirts available on our website, so do browse the whole collection by going down into the link in the description or going to rfcclothing.com. Thank you guys, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.